Imagine getting to 100. Not just, making it, but really living those years. Feeling good, sharp, happy. Most of us probably think, well, that's just luck, right? Like winning the genetic lottery. We just assume it's all down to our DNA. But here's where it gets really interesting. What if?
Yeah.
What if your genes only account for maybe 20% of how long you live?
Just 20%. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
Right. So the other 80%, well, that comes down to lifestyle,
Mm.
environment, the choices we make day in, day out.
Exactly.
And this incredible idea, this insight, is really at the heart of the deep dive we're taking today. We're drawing a lot from Dan Buettner's amazing work, The Blue Zones.
Ah, yes, Buettner's research. It's fascinating stuff.
He's a National Geographic fellow.
Yeah.
And he didn't, look in labs for the secret sauce to long life.
No, his approach was different, more anthropological almost.
Totally. He went on this global expedition, basically hunting for places where people routinely hit 100. And not just hit 100, but are thriving, without all the chronic diseases we kind of expect with old age now.
Right, avoiding things like heart disease, dementia, diabetes.
Exactly. So he and his team, they pinpointed 5 of these special communities. They called them the Blue Zones.
A great name, really paints a picture.
It does. So get ready, because we're going to take a trip around the world, uncover some of the secrets from the longest-lived people on the planet.
Okay, so these magical places, as you might think of them, where are they?
Well, that's part of what's so intriguing. They're scattered all over the globe, really diverse geographically, culturally.
But they share these stunning similarities in lifestyle, right?
Absolutely. It's fascinating how different environments can still lead to these common habits, these common outcomes for longevity. It suggests there's something fundamental about the human experience, about how we can thrive.
Okay, let's do that world tour then. First stop, we're heading to Ikaria, Greece.
Ah, Ikaria, a rugged island in the Aegean.
Yeah, and they're known for incredibly low rates of dementia, heart disease. It's remarkable.
And a very sort of relaxed pace of life, almost timeless. It seems like their whole lifestyle is designed to, well, reduce stress and promote health naturally. Lots of walking up hills.
Unavoidable, really, given the terrain. Plus those social connections, the afternoon naps, it all adds up. It combats that chronic inflammation we know is so bad for aging.
Okay, from Greece, let's jump over to Okinawa, Japan.
Okinawa, south of the mainland, famous for having the world's longest living women.
And what defines them? I remember reading about a strong sense of community,
Yeah.
purpose.
Definitely. That concept of ikigai, their reason for being, is huge there. People stay engaged, they feel needed long after, what we'd call retirement age. And those social networks, the Malays, are incredibly important too. We'll get more into that.
Right. Next up, we go to Europe. Sardinia, Italy, specifically the Ogliastro region.
Yeah, it's a mountainous part.
Yeah.
And this place has the highest concentration of male centenarians in the world.
Which is unusual statistically.
It is. And a big part of it seems to be how their culture views elders.
They really celebrate and respect them, don't they? Keep them involved.
Absolutely. Elders aren't isolated. They're seen as vital parts of the family and community. Living libraries, you could say. That keeps them active, purposeful. Plus, the diet helps whole grains, that Cananao wine.
Ah, yes, the wine. We'll come back to that one. Okay, now, across the Atlantic to the Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica.
Sunny, rural, and the second highest concentration of male centenarians.
What stands out there? I heard something about a strong spiritual element.
Yeah, there's a deep sense of faith, a sort of spiritual core that seems to give people resilience, a calm outlook, plus strong family ties, often multi-generational homes, lots of social support built right in. And again, active lifestyle, plant-heavy diet.
Okay, and the last one. This one might surprise people. Loma Linda, California.
Right here in the U.S., not some remote village.
Exactly. It's a community of Seventh-day Adventists who live, on average, a decade longer than other Americans.
It's really compelling evidence, isn't it? It shows these principles aren't tied to some, exotic location. Loma Linda demonstrates the power of intentional community and lifestyle choices, even within a modern Western society.
So what are those choices for them?
Well, it stems from their faith. A largely vegetarian diet, regular exercise, no smoking, no alcohol, crucially, strong community bonds, and a day of rest, the Sabbath.
So it proves you can kind of build your own blue zone wherever you are.
That's exactly the implication. It's about conscious choices.
Okay, so it's not just one thing. It's this whole web, this ecosystem of healthy habits working together.
Precisely. Buettner and the team, they didn't just visit, they really embedded themselves, eating with people, working alongside them, listening, and they found no single magic pill, no one superfood. It was always this combination, the synergy of lifestyle factors.
So did they manage to boil it down? Like, what are the common threads, the core secrets?
They did. After all that research, they identified 9 specific lifestyle habits consistently found across all 5 blue zones. They called them the Power 9.
The Power 9. Okay.
And these aren't just, separate tips. They really work together, reinforcing each other.
Creating this positive feedback loop for health. Okay, let's break them down. What's number 1?
Number 1 is move naturally.
Right, so people in blue zones, they're not typically gym rats or marathon runners.
Not at all. It's not about structured, intense exercise for most of them. Instead, their environment, their daily life, just naturally nudges them into moving.
How so?
Well, they walk almost everywhere. They garden, often without power tools. They do their own housework, yard work.
So it's consistent, but maybe lower intensity.
Exactly. It's built into the fabric of their day. It keeps them active without the sort of high-impact stress you might get from, say, running all the time. Keeps the metabolism going, muscles working.
Makes sense. Okay, Power 9 number 2.
Purpose.
The Ikigai from Okinawa, or the Plan de Vida in Nicoya.
Precisely. It basically means why I wake up in the morning, having a clear sense of purpose.
And that's actually linked to living longer.
Incredibly so. Knowing your purpose is thought to be worth up to maybe 7 extra years of life expectancy. It's not just about having a job, it's about feeling like you contribute, having a reason to get up and engage with the world each day, not just retiring to the couch.
Keeps the mind sharp, maybe.
Yeah.
Reduces stress.
All of that. It combats isolation, gives meaning, provides a buffer against depression. Really powerful.
Okay, number 3, downshift.
This is about stress, because let's face it, even people living to 100 experience stress.
Of course, life happens.
Right. But the key is how they manage it. They have built-in daily routines to shed that stress.
What kind of routines?
Well, it varies. In Okinawa, they might take moments to remember their ancestors. It's a grounding ritual. Icarians often take a midday nap. Sardinians have their happy hour, socializing with friends. Adventists use prayer.
So it's about having a deliberate practice to unwind.
Exactly. Understanding the need to slow down regularly. It counters that chronic stress that really ages us.
Got it. Number 4.
The 80% rule.
This one comes from Okinawa too, right? That
Yeah.
phrase, hara hachibu.
That's the one. It's a 2,500-year-old Confucian mantra, basically reminding you to stop eating when you feel about 80% full.
Not stuffed, just
Yeah.
no longer hungry.
Exactly. That little 20% gap between not hungry and totally full. Over a lifetime, that makes a huge difference for weight management and metabolic health. Less strain on the system. They also tend to eat their smallest meal earlier in the evening, giving the body time to digest before sleep.
Interesting. Okay. Number 5 is plant slant.
This one's pretty clear. Their diets are overwhelmingly based on plants.
Lots of fruits, vegetables.
Yes, and especially beans. Beans are a cornerstone everywhere. Fava beans, black beans, soy, lentils, you name it. They provide fiber, protein, tons of nutrients. They do eat meat, but it's not the centerpiece.
How often?
Maybe 5 times a month, typically, and usually small portions, like 3 or 4 ounces, more like a side dish or a flavoring.
So really leaning into the plants. Makes sense. Number 6 is one people might like. Wine at 5.
Yes, this one gets attention.
So do they all drink wine?
Well, in all the blue zones except Loma Linda, people tend to drink alcohol moderately and regularly.
Moderately being the key word.
Absolutely. Usually it's 1 or 2 small glasses a day. Often red wine, like the Canino in Sardinia, which is really high in antioxidants. And crucially, it's almost always enjoyed with food or with friends. It's part of the social fabric, part of the meal. Not, binge drinking on the weekend.
Right. The context matters.
Okay.
Number 7, belong.
This is about community connection, specifically through faith-based groups.
So being part of a church or a similar spiritual community.
Yes. Almost all the centenarians Buettner interviewed belonged to some kind of faith-based community. And research actually backs this up. Attending services regularly, maybe 4 times a month, seems to correlate with adding potentially up to 14 years to your life expectancy.
Wow. 14 years. Does the specific religion matter?
Apparently not. It's not about the specific doctrines. It's the sense of belonging, the shared rituals, the social support network that these communities provide. That seems to be the powerful factor.
A buffer against isolation again. Okay, number 8, loved ones first.
This is all about prioritizing family.
In a way.
Centenarians in these zones tend to keep family close. Aging parents and grandparents often live nearby or even in the same home.
Multi-generational living.
Exactly. And that has benefits for everyone. The elders stay connected and valued, it reduces stress for the caregivers, and it's even shown to be good for the health of the children in the house. There's also a strong emphasis on committing to a life partner, investing time and love in your children. Strong family bonds are key.
Okay, that makes sense. And the final one, number 9,
Right, tribe.
your social circle.
Yeah, the immense power of who you surround yourself with. You see, the longest-lived people, they either were born into or they actively chose social circles that supported healthy behaviors.
So your friends' habits rub off on you.
Definitely. Think about the Okinawan Moyas, those groups of friends committed to each other for life, offering social, emotional, even financial support. Your friends influence what you eat, how active you are, your stress levels, everything. So choosing your tribe wisely or cultivating supportive relationships is crucial.
Wow, okay, that's the power 9. Move naturally, purpose, downshift, 80% rule, plant slant, wine at 5, be long,
Yeah.
loved ones first, and right tribe. So we've gone around the world, we've got these 9 secrets. What does this actually mean for, you listening right now?
Right. Because we can't all just pack up and move to Ikaria, much as we might like to sometimes.
Yeah. But the good news is we don't have to. We can bring this wisdom into our own lives right where we are.
Absolutely. It's about translating these big ideas, these cultural patterns, to small, actionable steps that fit your life.
Adapting the principles, not trying to copy the culture wholesale.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's give people some concrete things they could maybe try. For natural movement, what could that look like?
Well, simple things. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park your car a little further away from the store entrance.
Get off the bus one stop early.
Perfect. Or start a small garden. Even just a few pots on a balcony gets you moving, bending, connecting with nature a bit. Walk during phone calls.
Little nudges. Okay. What about finding your purpose? That sounds big.
It can feel big, but start small. Maybe just take 5 minutes, grab a piece of paper, and jot down what really gets you excited or motivated outside of just, paying the bills. Is it a hobby? Volunteering? Learning something new? Helping a specific person? It doesn't have to be some grand world-changing thing. Just something that gives your day meaning to you.
Something that makes you want to get out of bed. Okay. And building your tribe. How do we cultivate those supportive relationships?
Be intentional. Think about the people who lift you up, who share your values or positive habits. Make time for them. Call that old friend you keep meaning to connect with. Schedule a regular walk with a neighbor. Join a club or group around an interest book club, hiking group, whatever. Focus on quality connections.
Consciously invest in those relationships. Good one.
Yeah.
What about plant slant? Going full vegetarian can feel daunting.
Totally. So don't think you have to do it overnight. Start small. Try meatless Mondays. Or aim to make beans the star of maybe 1 or 2 meals a week. Explore different kinds, lentils, chickpeas, black beans. They're versatile and cheap.
Maybe focus on filling, say, 80% of your plate with plants.
Yeah, great idea. Just gradually shifting the balance. Every little bit helps.
And managing stress, the downshifting.
Find one small thing you can do consistently. Maybe it's 5 minutes of quiet breathing when you wake up, or a short walk outside at lunchtime without your phone. Maybe it's turning off news alerts for an hour each evening. The key is making it a regular ritual, a little mental speed bump in your day.
And loved ones first.
Again, intentionality. Schedule that family dinner, put phones away during meal times, make a point to have a real conversation with your partner or kids each day, offer help to an older relative. Small acts that strengthen those bonds.
So it seems the big takeaway from the blue zones isn't some complicated formula or magic pill.
Not at all. It's actually both simpler and maybe more profound than that. There is no single magic bullet for a long, healthy life.
It's not something you just stumble upon.
No, longevity is something you create. It emerges from this whole constellation of small, interconnected habits, things you practice consistently, day after day, year after year. It's the accumulation of these choices that really shapes your health and your lifespan.
So here's something to maybe mull on. It's really about creating your own personal blue zone right where you live.
Yeah, designing your environment, your routines, your social life in a way that makes the healthy choice the easy, natural choice.
An environment where you're nudged towards moving, eating well, connecting with people.
Supported by a community that cares and fueled by that sense of purpose we talked about.
You can build it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, until next time, maybe go out there and start laying the foundation for your own blue zone.